Okay, so we'll continue with page 5.10. I think it's kind of goofy that I wrote and rewrote and kept on adding to the number 5, but that's just where I felt it kind of made sense to add to the book. So page 5.10 is Caesar Matrix code is 64. I read a book by Dan Brown when I was incarcerated that was speaking of the number 64 as being a Caesar matrix code for nuclear bombs or something, but I chose not to write about bombs with my main finger tattoos. I've got the numbers 14, 23, 46, 64, 32, 41, a Jewish star, a cross, human, 17, 38, and 11. And I kind of I wrote a script utilizing geometry for these numbers, and I'll say it: am in jobs, American men in the USA, and Jewish and Christian human women as 66, and MD earn a ratio of 1:1. So that's kind of what my finger tattoos mean in a sentence with numbers backing them. I wrote a little bit about how I think God is predominantly male, at least for myself. If you're a woman and you think God's a woman, that's your own personal choice in America, at least. But for me, I gave a couple examples of utilizing the French language. I think it might even be the same in Spanish. I'm not kind of ignorant of that fact, but I said Gog was mostly male for me, and that's based on the number 26. 26 equals God, 26 also equals bear, which I think is a masculine word, and 26 equals dog, which I think is a masculine word as well. And then I wrote the atom equals ADAM equals 52, and ATOM, atom, equals 49. So that's for my father's last name and my mother's maiden name. And that equals the number 101. I said, those numbers together equaling 101. This is kind of like my religion 101 for my hand tattoos, I guess, could be it. Or my take on religion, or just social economic status and stuff like that. I also mentioned this message would extend to all other religions in the world to include all human life, regardless of whatever they believe in. This fact I found out in the hospital after playing around with numbers, and it was something that I found very interesting. My last name, Hazer, equals 52, and DNA equals 19, and RNA equals 33, and if you add DNA to RNA, 19 to 33, you get the number 52. So I thought that was pretty cool. I could get better at biology or something and do a bit of studying on that in the future if I ever found time to. But I said the foundational building blocks for life to begin anew on Earth, 52, are DNA, 19, and RNA, 33, and 19 plus 33 equals 52. So for all of Earth, people as 52, RNA and DNA add to be 52 for people on Earth. So I thought that was kind of cool. When I found this numerological fact to be true, I was surprised to say the least. I came from a family in which I am the middle child. I have an older sister and a younger sister and 2 supportive parents. To be honest, I'm not sure if I will ever have an opportunity to procreate during my time on Earth. I've been in love recently, but no relationship ever really happened. So for those friends who are having families on Earth, 52, please enjoy your children who will be created as DNA and RNA equaling 52. That's coming from the Hazer family. For the sake of mankind on Earth, please have heart, 52, for your babies, and I pray for Earth, 52, as Hazer, that Earth remains safe. For new families in the United States of America, I have a simple math problem. I've done this one in my older book. Basically, mom equals 41 and dad equals 9. And if you add 41 and 9, you get 50. And 50 equals America. So I said, take care of your kids, enjoy your marriage, and stay safe as parents in America. And bless you for having a family on planet Earth. This page 5.12, Hauser equals 52 and Pope equals 52. So my last name, Hauser 52, equals the same as Pope, equaling 52. Pope is spelled P16, O15, P16, and E5, that's 52. Said both of my parents attended and graduated from the Roman Catholic institution of Notre Dame. Both popes, the white pope and the Jesuit black pope, are known and seen often in the news. And I went to Marymount Manhattan College, which is a Jesuit seminary school. The school used to be only for nuns, but they started to allow other men and women to enter. So I, as a religious scholar as well as a ufologist, believe in angels, God, devil, and Jesus Christ. There's a statement, I am black equals 52, as does Hauser. And the statement, I am black equaling 52, I made love with 3 black people in my life, 1 woman and 2 men on separate occasions. And my old girlfriend was Egyptian, and I didn't ask the other 2 men their heritage at the time that I was cross-dressing. But I read Plato's Atlantis in college, and apparently I'm a direct descendant of people, the Tuaregs, who were the eye to the desert, which is probably close to the Gobi Desert, which is where Atlantis probably was in the past. Page 5.13 is II Captain or something. I couldn't think of anything else to write, so right below we will look at the combinations for I, the letter I to start off with, and then we have that. I is the 9th letter of the English alphabet. This stands for the Hermit in Tarot. The Hermit carries God wherever he goes as a 6-pointed star in his staff, and he's a visual representation of the 3, the 6, and the 9 that I talked about before. I is an EYE. My reality is the following. I came up with a statement for what I think described reality in a kind of over-exaggerated way, and as scientific as I could get it. It sounds complicated, but it's boson, tachyon, polydimensional hyperspace, fractal holograms. And basically I think the eye creates just about everything with holographics around itself, since it's so closely tied to the brain, at least for myself. I'm a very visual learner, and I like doing graphic art, so that's why I said that. And then there's I, as if you were a pirate, like AYE. I said, I who would care with Yahweh on their side. And then I wrote Eric for I, because EYE and ERIC both equal 35. I said I know about my reality because I've been outside it before on hallucinogenic substances, so I know that what I'm seeing is true when I'm in a normal state of mind. This is, people call it like Metatron's cube or something, so I tried to draw that as close as I could to the actual drawing of the Metatron cube. I said people have thought of this as like a Stargate, but I think I found a video of what the Pleiades would look like and feel like on YouTube. So in my dreams, I'm gonna try and get closer to God, who I think resides in the Pleiades. My numbers for my social security number add up to be the number 32, and Rabbi equals 32, and so does RN, registered nurse, and so does Pig, for whatever reason. So I guess it's the year of the pig, and I want to study more about my own health as an RN and religious studies as a rabbi, and then maybe just eat a sausage patty or something. This 5.15, I say if I were ever to become a governmental agent, I think I would do it at this point in time. I probably am not allowed to since I'm a felon, but these are some of the agencies that I listed out, and I got their numbers for stuff like that, and I just gave my reasoning for why I would feel that way or something. FBI is 629, and if you add those, it equals 17. So 17 is also equal to MD, and I got my alias in NC, North Carolina. NSA is 14191 or 34. I bet they have a lot of information on Yahweh and God at the National Security Agency, since religion is so intertwined with, daily life and politics and everything. So I said Jehovah, Yahweh, Jablon is at the NSA building, and my view of God is actually as an extraterrestrial. So I quoted the movie Independence Day, and I think that alien was kind of like a view of God if he were to get rid of mankind. I don't ever think a scenario like that will ever happen on this planet Earth, but I do believe God kind of looks like an alien, probably. DOD 4154, that's 23. If I were ever to become part of the Department of Defense, it would be at age 32. CIA 391 is 13. I mirrored that and said at 31 I might be consider myself eligible to work at the CIA. I was taking a lot of notes on the CIA in the past, and probably studied some of the same literature that might be under scrutiny by such agents. So if I were to remember what I was taking notes on in 2012, that might be, and if I was honest, I might be eligible for that, but I doubt I ever will be. FSB, which is the Russian equivalent of the FBI, it's 6192 or 27. I went through an episode of paranoia and schizoaffective disorder at age 27, and I felt like someone was hacking my brain. So I believe there's that kind of technology out there to implant sounds and auditory hallucinations in people's brains, but I'm managing them with medicines now, so that's why I said at age 27 for FSB. FOP, Fraternal Order of Police, 61516 is 37. At age 37, if I ever get myself cleaned up, and I would be allowed to, which I don't think is the case due to my felon status, I might become a police officer. And then UN 2114 35. At age 35, my books will be known for their value in as many languages as I get to translate them into. I might go back and use Google Translate to translate them into something like Chinese, German, Italian, Japanese, Polish, Korean, Spanish, or French. And then SS, the SS officers is 38. And I said at age 38, I hope that all control by neo-Nazis in our government will end. And so, yep, I wrote that. And I'll do one more page before I gotta shut it off for the 15-minute mark. This is meeting Yahweh at a carnival. This was something I remembered inside the hospital. I had a dream about it. When I was about 10 years old, my father and I went into a Palladium Bane ship looking thing. It was like an extraterrestrial craft at a boardwalk event. It made itself appear like a fun, scary ride, but I think it might have been an actual alien experience. So I just kind of, I don't really want to read this whole thing, but basically it looked like the thing from Independence Day. And it was pretty freaky. So that's as close to an extraterrestrial experience as I've ever really gotten. So I'll come back and I'll read some more of this. I still got quite a few pages to go, but yep, I'll be back in a second.